my name is Infiniti Whitley. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my page. I am a life insurance broker in the states of Missouri and Michigan, and today I am here to talk to you guys about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is why you should have life insurance in your 20s, right? So a lot of times when you're young, 18, 19, 20 years old, you think you're invincible, on top of the world. Nothing's ever going to change. You are going to just go, full pedal to the metal all the way through to the end of your life. And unfortunately, sometimes that's just not the case, right? Because as time goes on, things can pop up, life happens, health changes. And so my number one reason when I talk to clients that are, in that 18 to 29 year old age range, right? I talk to them like, hey, look, let's be so real. We might be in our 20s right now, but what do our 30s, 40s, 50s look like? What does family history look like? What does your lifestyle look like? Because even if you don't have a family history of any kind of illness or anything like that, sometimes the way we live our lives through diet, some people smoke, vape, or do other recreational things, then sometimes those things are the catalyst for health issues later on down the line. So those are things you want to take into account now while you're young, yes, but also probably while you're single, maybe have kids, maybe don't have kids, somewhere in there, because right now, as I always tell all of my clients, is this is the youngest and the healthiest that you're ever going to be in your life. So why wouldn't you take advantage of the lower premiums that you'll benefit from in this moment? Number two, speaking again to that good health, right now is the healthiest that you're ever going to be going forward. And so when you're in your 20s, again, you don't really think along the lines of, hey, something could go south tomorrow. But again, considering insurance companies base their decisions off of health and age and things like that, right now is the best time to secure the lowest premium for coverage. And then if something goes down, if you become severely disabled, or you do, unfortunately, God forbid, pass away during term, if you have term insurance, or if you have a whole life policy in force, if you pass away sometime within that span, you're still covered. Your family can still afford to put you away from the proceeds that they get from the life insurance policy. In some cases, you might have living benefits, which brings me to my third thing. Some policies do pay out while you're still alive, and these are called living benefits. Ask your local agent. If you go to a local agent, or if you speak to someone over the phone or online, ask them about living benefits, because these kick in if you were to have some kind of terminal illness, chronic illness, critical illness, or if you were to enter into long-term care, you would be able to take on those costs associated with that, because most people don't work during those times, and so it can serve as a form of income replacement while you're alive to help your family pay for any kind of medical expenses you incur while in care, or help pay a mortgage or some kind of high stakes debt that you can no longer pay for yourself. Some carriers also offer a cashback, specifically with the term. It's called like a return on your premium, or a cashback option. Ask about that as well if you're going to seek out term coverage options, because that means that basically your policy is insurance if you need it and a check if you don't. So let me explain. In the case that you wanted to sign up for return of premium, what would happen, say if you signed up for a 30-year term and you outlive that policy, 30 years go by, and on 30 years and the first day afterwards, you're eligible to get everything almost that you put back into that policy back into your pocket in the form of a check. And I say almost because some carriers are a little different. I've seen options range from 75% of your money back to 100% of your money back. It just depends on the carrier. So if you speak to a broker, make sure you ask them, hey, do you guys offer cashback options, and what percentage of my money will I get back if I sign up for it, or if I qualify? Number four, which again I'd like to bring up a lot. Most people in their 20s don't think about it, but when you get life insurance, you are essentially starting the makings of an estate. You're starting to build an estate, right? So what is an estate? An estate is a collection of everything you own. And so that goes like if you have a car, you have an estate, right? Your life insurance policies, your bank accounts, properties, that's all an estate. And a lot of people think that you need a lot to start building an estate or start building a legacy for your family later on down the road. Now, mind you, I am not an estate lawyer. I don't specialize in estates building or any kind of financial planning, but I am saying that a lot of people end up building something for their families or whoever they designate as the beneficiary. They end up giving them a boon in life by having these policies set up, because not only do they not have to come out of pocket for burial expenses, but a lot of times people have something left over, and that can help them either pay off their own debts or pay off maybe a house payment or a car payment or something, and it puts them at a higher level than what they were when you initially passed away. So that's something that you might want to think about, especially if you have young children right now in your 20s. You want to secure the future for them and make sure they're squared away, even if you're not around to enjoy it with them. Most importantly, it's never going to be any cheaper for you than it is right now. And I always press that point because, again, if you're a young 20-something, never had any health issues, etc., you qualify for the absolute lowest rates that can be offered on certain products. So, again, if you don't have life insurance, reach out to a broker in your area. If you live in Missouri or Michigan, I do operate in those two states. Reach out to me, shoot me an email. I would be more than glad to sit down and review your options with you. But otherwise, I'm going to get off of here, gonna go talk to a bunch of other wonderful people for mortgage protection. And hopefully, again, this helped. I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, stay blessed.